Welcome back to Adventures with Rosie, and welcome to a little teeny weeny town on the west coast called Charleston.
Yeah, we actually got a message from some viewers of ours, Sarah and Shane. Thank you so much for getting in touch.
Hi, if you're watching this.
And they hit us up and said, hey, if you're coming through, we would love to have you come stay. And they, showed us around their property and gave us a spot to park up both vehicles and stay for as long as we want. It's pretty cool.
Pretty awesome.
Only stopping in for a night. We're not gonna
gate crash for too long.
No. We've got to get back for the ferry at some point, but it's really cool place, and we're so appreciative.
Oh, it's awesome. There's nowhere else you can really camp here. There's some beautiful looking beaches and bays down here. There's a mine we'll go and explore up the road.
Tunnel.
No, mine. Mitchells Creek mine we'll go and explore. And Sarah, who owns this property, is actually part of a committee or a trust that are building a cycle trail through here, all the way to Westport from Charleston, so 50-something kilometres.
The Kawatiri Coastal Trail,
And they just put in a brand new swing bridge, and it's literally the entrance to the cycle trails just out here. So we'll go and check out the swing bridge, we'll go check out the beach. Yeah,
walking distance to the beach.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So we've never actually stopped here before. No. The last time we came up here, we drove straight through. We didn't know what there was to see here. So Sarah and Shane gave us some awesome ideas of what to do in the area, and we had to stop. Yeah,
so we'll go and check out Charleston. Come along. Not a bad view out the caravan window. Here's the west coast. So this beautiful bay behind me is Constant Bay, and ships used to come in here back in the gold mining days. And it's a pretty wild looking bay. The water must come right up here in high tide. Look at that, beautiful. Got the place to ourselves.
We only just remembered that we actually have an outdoor shower here, a heated one, for hosing the kids off when we get back from the beach. How awesome is that?
Comes standard as well, doesn't it?
Yep.
Thanks, InsideOut RV. I'm a little bit embarrassed because it's the first time I've used or seen that shower, and we've had this caravan for 3 or 4 months. Yeah.
It's just not something you think about until you've actually used it. Like, we knew it was in the van when the van was being built. We were excited about it because we thought, that's going to be so great to use when we've been at the beach with the kids. And
InsideOut, who build these caravans, they do what they call a Kiwification of Aussie caravans. So they basically take an Aussie caravan and they add a few essentials that New Zealanders would need, and one thing by default they add, which is included, is an outdoor shower.
Yeah.
So we were excited when we saw it on the paperwork, but I hadn't even unlocked that locker until today, so a bit embarrassing. Piper got a new necklace, greenstone, wow.
We don't like it.
Oh, perfect.
We just don't like it.
Yeah, okay. So not only is this place like a stone's throw away from some very beautiful bays and some nice little beaches down there, it's also got a tunnel in the backyard. Look at that. This tunnel has something to do with the mining. They're not sure if it was actually used to get gold out of or just to channel water, but it's from the 1800s. It's just in their backyard. Hidden tunnel. Pretty cool. How cool is this? Imagine having this in your backyard. So there's a platform here overlooking all this bush here, and there's a solar shower in it. How cool is that? You shower with the birds. Spider up there as well. Chelsea's not going to go near it. This is so neat. Well, good morning. We've woken up to an absolute stunner of a day here. Feels like it's going to be nice and hot. How good is this view? Can't ever get enough of camping near the ocean. But yeah, we had a really nice night here. Nice and peaceful, not too warm. It's been quite cool here overnight. Like really hot during the day and then cool overnight. So it's kind of best of both worlds, I guess. So we're just getting the bikes off the bike racks now. We're going to head down this new trail, which hasn't actually officially opened yet. I believe it opens in a couple of weeks. We're going to head down, check out the swing bridge, check out the drone, and yeah, we'll just have a look at this kind of new section of the trail and then start making our way north towards Westport. Who's ready for a bike ride?
Me.
Me? Where's your helmets?
Not me.
Not me.
You got hats on.
Me.
Alright, well that was a really nice ride actually. That trail when it's open is going to be just awesome. Apparently in a couple of weeks opening the Westport South bit, which is 22 kilometres I think they're opening up, so it'd be pretty cool. Bring some people to Charleston hopefully. In case you're wondering, this is what our bikes look like in the caravan. One we bungee cord to the bunk, one we bungee cord to the stove. So far they've not rubbed on anything, we've not scratched or marked the caravan, so we will now that I've said it, but works alright. It makes it a bit tricky to get in and out of the bathroom when you pull over and stop on the side of the road, but we definitely need to figure out a solution for these because I don't want to keep doing this. Alright, so we've come just north of Charleston, about 2 minutes north to a place called Mitchells Gully Gold Walk. Now this is a sort of blink and you miss it place on the side of the road. There's one sign, there's a little car park. It's enough room for us to park the caravan, but literally, yeah, if you weren't paying attention you just drive straight past it, you wouldn't know it's here. But it's a cool little sort of place where they used to do gold mining. You can see behind me there are tons of tunnels all through these banks. There's a guy that gives you a bit of information in the little info booth there, and he's got loads of old bits of machinery and metal, and there's a water wheel here that used to stamp the gold out and all sorts. So it's well worth stopping. It's $10 an adult to get in. It's about a 20 to 30 minute loop, and there's some big tunnels you can go down as well, so bring a torch, and kids are free. So yeah, we'll have a wander around, have a look through some of these tunnels, have a little gold pan at the end, see if we can't find some gold. But yeah, we missed this when we first travelled up the coast, and exact same thing, drove straight past it, and then later on we're like, what was that place called? So yeah, well worth stopping, about just north of Charleston, probably a couple of k's. How neat is this place? So in here apparently is one of the longest tunnels you can go into. So we bought our torches, well, we got the caravan, so we grabbed our torches, go and check it out. There's little tunnels just popping off everywhere. So this place is just full of these tunnels. So they tunneled down and basically were looking for cemented black sand, which they then ran through a big stamping battery, big stampers that was powered by a water wheel. So they dug all these tunnels and just everywhere. Some have rails going into them, some have collapsed. You can walk into a bunch of them. Really neat. You wouldn't know this place was here unless you unless you stopped and had a look, but so neat. It's pretty amazing how many relics are left here. Like there's all these pickaxe heads and old lanterns. The guy's just been pulling stuff out of the bush. There's mine carts left lying around, which is pretty cool because a lot of the other mines we've visited, there's only big equipment left, but here there's just tons of it. It's pretty neat. They pulled like hundreds of thousands of ounces out of this Charleston area. At one stage they were considering it to be the capital of New Zealand because they were pulling so much gold out of it in the 1860s, I think. They had big ships in the harbour, like sailing ships, and they just were pulling thousands of ounces of gold out, like tons. The guy said I think 14 tons or something of gold came out of here. So just millions and millions of dollars worth of gold. But it's really neat to see all this sort of stuff preserved and, you know, untouched. It hasn't been vandalised or anything. It's quite cool. We should also say a huge thanks again to Shane and Sarah for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you for reaching out and letting us stay. If you're watching this, thank you.
This place is awesome. You guys are, some cool projects underway, and
And that's one thing we really like about this whole YouTube thing is like meeting you guys out and about on the road. We've met heaps of people this trip, and it's been kind of surreal, eh?
Yeah.
So it's cool.
It's been really neat.
And that's why we do it. So yeah, if you ever see us out and about, yell and scream at us, grab a photo if you want. We love to meet you.
Yeah.
They're also very kind enough to give us 2 Pahuta kawa trees from their property. Look at that. So we're going to take these home and plant them at our place. That's very special. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
We'll have to see how they fare with the frost and topal. We have to get some frost cloth going on.
Them for a few winters, I think. That'll be good.
That'll be really neat to sort of tell our kids when they're older where they came from. And so thanks very much, guys. Appreciate it.